Hello everyone, my name is Anurag Singh and I am a researcher at the Laboratory of Optics and Experimental Mechanics in AGI. The title of my presentation is Analysis of Mechanical Behavior of Multifunctional CFRP under Bending and DCB Mode 1 Fracture. This work is a part of Project Nanopore, which is a collaboration between AVIC Composite Center China and Energy Portugal. The aim of this project is to develop nanocomposite using nanofillers for electrical functional carbon fiber reinforced polymer for to be used in the aeronautical application. An assessment of mechanical characteristics and strain rate dependency of these materials as well as their electrical performance. During this presentation, I will go through the following topics, starting with the introduction. The main theme of the project is to induce the multifunctionality to the composite materials while maintaining the mechanical properties. In pursuit of multifunctionality, a reference carbon fiber reinforced epoxy composite and the enhanced electrically conductive specimen are compared based on their tensile test, flexural test, and the DCB double cantilever beam mode 1 fracture test. The tensile test was performed according to the standard D3039. The flexural test was performed according to the ASTM standard D790, and the DCB mode 1 fracture were performed as per standard D5528. Then these results were compared with the reference and the electrically conductive specimen. Then finally, the conclusions and the future outlook was discussed. The materials used. The materials used for preparing the composite is AGMP 5232D T800 electrically conductive prepreg, which is a pan-based carbon fiber from Toray. For preparing the electrically conductive specimen by manufacturing by inducing the nanostructured particle is done by using the functionalized interlayer technology. The unidirectional laminated composite with the 0-degree layup configuration are then prepared. These are the physical properties of the tape, the tape prepreg that is used in table 1, and in the table 2 the mechanical properties of the prepreg are shown. Quasi-static mechanical characterization under tensile loading. Tensile tests were conducted on reference and electrically conductive specimens according to the test standard ASTM D3039. Dimensions of the specimen tested were 250 cross 2.5 cross 2.5 millimeter of thickness. A total number of 6 specimens were tested according to the test protocol. The graph on the left-hand side shows the tensile test result of reference specimen, and the graph on the right-hand side shows the tensile test result of the electrically conductive specimens. Both the results shows quite consistency in terms of the maximum force, maximum strain, and also the elastic modulus showed consistent values throughout the specimens. Strain field during tensile test by digital image correlation. Image on the left side of the screen shows the digital image correlation test setup. On the right hand side shows the strain field calculated by using the Big 2D software. It used the Lagrange strain for calculating the strain field. The graph above shows the reference specimen strain field, and graph below shows the electrically conductive test specimen strain field. Quasi-static tensile test comparison between reference and electrically conductive specimen. For comparing the reference and electrically conductive specimen, average value of the specimens were taken. Figure shows the stress and strain graph. From the slope of reference and electrically conductive specimens, elastic modulus of the reference specimens can be seen higher than the electrically conductive specimen. Both the specimens reached identical maximum stress, but the electrical conductive specimens can absorb more energy as indicated from the maximum strain that electrical conductive specimens can reach. Electrically conductive specimens seems to have higher toughness than the reference specimens. Figure Figure on the left hand side shows the ruptured specimen at the end of the test after reaching the maximum strength. Specimens did not fail in the middle, but the fiber seems to be separated in the direction of the orientation of the ply. Each fiber bonded with the matrix seems to get separated after reaching the maximum tensile strength. Both reference and electrically conductive seems to have the same failure behavior. Quasi-static mechanical characterization under flexural loading. Flexural tests were conducted on reference and EC electrical conductive specimens according to the test standard ASTM D790. Dimensions of the specimens were 140 cross 25 cross 2 mm as the length, width, and the thickness of the specimens. Total 5 specimens were tested according to the test protocol. This standard utilizes 3-point bending system as a simply supported beam shown in figure. Specimens rest on two supports and was loaded by means of a loading nose midway between the supports. A support span to depth ratio 40:1 was used for setting up a 3-point bending system. In the figure on the left hand side shows the flexural test setup in the initial loading position, and on the right hand side shows the final loading position before failure. Quasi-static mechanical characterization under flexural loading. Reference and electrical conductive test specimens were tested using the test method described. All the test specimens showed reproducible results. Total energy absorbed by each specimen was equivalent as seen from the area under the curve of force displacement graph. Graph of on the left hand side shows the result from the reference specimen, and on the right hand side shows the electrical conductive specimens. Quasi-static mechanical characterization, contactless computation. Here displacement is calculated from the moment of the support of the beam by using a MATLAB program. MATLAB program computes the displacement of the tool during the test. It calculates the displacement of the right side tool and then the displacement of the left side tool, and then compares it with the experimental data. Displacement of the left support and the right support is compared with the experimental data in these figures, and they all are found to be in conjunction and are well placed, as can also be seen by the coefficient of determination. Quasi-static flexural test comparison between reference and electrically conductive specimen. For comparison, specimens which absorbed maximum energy for reference and electrically conductive specimens were chosen. From figure, electrically conductive specimens have higher energy absorbed when compared with the reference specimens. Figure shows that electrically conductive specimens reached higher flexural strain and higher tangent modulus as compared to the reference specimen. However, both the reference and electrically conductive specimens have similar flexural stress values. Quasi-static DCB Mode 1 fracture test. These tests are conducted as per the standard ASTM D5528. The bottom image shows the DCB specimens mounted with the loading blocks, and then these loading blocks are mounted on the testing machine with the help of the pins. The first image shows the initial position of the DCB mounted specimen. The second image shows the final position of the DCB mounted specimen at the end of the test. The test stopped after reaching the 50 mm of fracture length, and in between the jaw profile, you can see the jaw profile when the fracture has propagated, and the top and bottom profile are still attached to the loading blocks, and it made the shape of a jaw, and you can see the fibers coming out of the surface area in between this profile. This slide shows the DCB Mode 1 test comparison between reference and electrically conductive specimen. By using the modified beam theory, energy release rate, compliance, and modulus values were calculated, and then these values after calculation were compared for reference and electrically conductive test specimens. It was observed in force versus displacement graph that electrically conductive specimens were able to absorb more energy before crack jump at the first unloading. However, both reference and electrically conductive specimen shows to have a very similar permanent deformation at the end of the second loading. Conclusions: for tensile test, elastic modulus of the reference specimen found to be higher than the electrically conductive specimen. Both the specimens reached identical maximum stress, but electrically conductive test specimen absorbed more energy as we saw in the maximum strain from the maximum strain, as the electrically conductive specimen can reach higher values of strain. Thus, these electrically conductive specimen have higher toughness than that of the reference specimen. For flexural test, electrically conductive test specimen reached higher flexural strain and higher tangent modulus as compared to reference specimen, but both the reference and electrically conductive specimen have similar flexural stress. For mode 1 fracture test, modified beam theory was used for all the calculations, and it was observed that electrically conductive composite specimens were able to absorb more energy before the crack jump, which was before the first unloading. Both reference and electrically conductive specimens showed similar permanent deformation at the end of the loading, second loading, unloading. Different experimental values like compliance, energy release rate, and modulus values were very similar for both reference and electrically conductive specimen, and they were calculated from this modified beam theory as well. Thank you very much.